by His Holiness Shivaram Swami, Krishna in Vrindavan. Beautiful book cover. And we're getting towards the end of this book actually now. We're in chapter 2 of part 2. It's called Gauranga Repays Everyone. So yeah, this book, Naparayeham, means I'm unable to repay you. So Krishna tells the gopis that I'm not able to repay you for your spotless service. You've given up so much for me. What can I do? I'll never be able to repay you. But then Krishna comes as Lord Chaitanya, and Gauranga repays everyone. So let's see. The wide road leading from the Singha Dwara gate to the Gundicha temple was covered with fine white sand, making it resemble the bank of the Yamuna. The numerous gardens to either side of that road appeared like the forests of Vrindavan. As Lord Jagannath rode upon his cart, observing their beauty, his mind was filled with pleasure. In such a pleasing atmosphere, the Lord of the universe thought, "Now I am returning to Vrindavan." Lord Jagannath's cart appeared to be newly made of gold. It resembled a moving Mount Meru. The rath was decorated with bright mirrors, white chamaras, silken flags, and tasteful pictures. As it moved, bells, gongs, and ankle bells made a melodious sound. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was excited by Lord Jagannath's presence. After decorating his devotees with garlands and sandalwood paste, he arranged them into 7 kirtan parties, equipped with mridangas and kartals. As Sri Krishna had previously expanded himself in the rasa dance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu now danced in all 7 groups simultaneously. Non-devotees were unaware of this miracle, but those pure devotees whose eyes were anointed with love were able to perceive it. Standing before Lord Jagannath with folded hands, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised his 2 lotus eyes, and like a bee collecting nectar from the flowers of heaven, hungrily drank the beauty of the Lord's face. He sang, "Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha." Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna, Govinda, who is the worshipable deity for all Brahminical people, who is the well-wisher of cows and brahmanas, and who is always benefiting the whole world. Gradually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mind sank into the ocean of Srimati Radharani's moods. As Radhika would dance for the pleasure of her beloved, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced before the cart of Lord Jagannath. Sometimes Gaura would jump into the air. At other times he would collapse to the ground lifeless. Sometimes he would twirl like a firebrand. At other times he would roll on the ground like a golden mountain. While dancing, he would roar like thunder, and with his every step the world appeared to tilt. Ecstatic transformations appeared within Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes he was stunned, sometimes his hair stood on end, sometimes he changed color, sometimes he perspired, and sometimes he exhibited symptoms of helplessness, pride, or exuberance. Lord Jagannath was astonished to see such dancing. In great happiness, he stopped his car. Watching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with unblinking eyes, Lord Jagannath thought, "I have never before seen such dancing." If one were to live for a lifetime of Brahma, it would still be impossible to describe the ecstatic transformations Sachi's son revealed before Lord Jagannath. In time, the Lord's mood of ecstatic love changed. His mind softened. Understanding his heart, Swarup Damodar sang a song Chaitanya Mahaprabhu adored. Seta Parananata Painu Yata Lagi Madana Dahane Jurigenu. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burned by Cupid and was withering away. Moving to the rhythm of the instruments, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gracefully danced to act out the drama of his song. To convey its meaning, he employed the movement of his graceful limbs, the language of his facial expressions, and a host of ecstatic symptoms. Although the cart began to move, Jagannath could not take his eyes off the enchanting form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Indeed, all the devotees saw that Lord Jagannath would not even blink his lotus eyes. In the exchange of love between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath, the former, Lord Chaitanya, was in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and Jagannath in the mood of Lord Krishna. Although both were the same person, the son of Maharaj Nanda, by the influence of Yoga Maya, one was the Vishaya of love, Jagannath, and the other the Ashraya of love, Lord Chaitanya. The festival of Ratha Yatra portrays the meeting between Krishna and the gopis at Kurukshetra. After a long separation, the Yadavas and the Vrajabasis met at a festival to celebrate a solar eclipse. Taking advantage of the opportunity, the gopis met Dwarka's king in a solitary place. Her heart beating with excitement, Radhika drew near Hari. Standing among her friends, she petitioned him with a camphor-scented smile, "Please come back to Vrindavan. Let us revive the cherished pastimes of our youth." After seeing Lord Jagannath upon his cart, the same Radha Bhav arose in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He sang the following song with great feeling. I don't know the meter to this. Anyways, I'll try. Yakomara haras sa eva hivaras ta eva chaitrakshapas te kon milita malati surabaya prodha kadamba nila sachaiva smitatapi tatra surattavya paralila vidho Revaro dasi vetasi tarutale cheta samutkantate. That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breezes are flowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva, under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire. In the exchange of love between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Radha, and Lord Jagannath, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's love proved the stronger. Thus, during the festival of Ratha Yatra, his Radha Bhava dominated the course of events. Lord Jagannath's cart appeared to be pulled by the Daitas toward Gundicha, but in reality it was moving forward to Vrindavan by the power of Gaura's love. Turning to Lord Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exclaimed, "O my beloved, you are the same Sri Krishna of bygone days, and I am also the same Radharani of Varshana. We are meeting once again as we met in the beginning of our lives." Lord Jagannath smiled and seemed to say, "Yes, that is so. We are together once again." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, "Even though we are both the same persons, still my mind is attracted to Vrindavan Dham. I wish you would place your lotus feet there once again." Jagannath replied, "But we are here now. Why should we delay enjoying our love by going to Vrindavan?" Looking at him from the corner of his eyes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu humbly replied, "Kurukshetra is filled with elephants, excited horses, crowds of people, and the loud rattling of chariots. It is a busy, noisy place, with no purpose other than the observance of ritualistic ceremonies." But he continued, "Vrindavan is overflowing with features conducive to exchanges of love. Must I remind you of the boundless sweetness that permeates its atmosphere? It subdues the majesty of Vaikuntha. Vrindavan's secluded gardens, nectarian waters, rolling hills, frolicking deers, chirping birds, and humming bees abound in limitless bliss. Can we find such ever-new happiness here?" Remembering the transcendental atmosphere of Vrindavan, Jagannath felt a rising urgency to be there. Casting his eyes here and there, he surveyed the surrounding area. "Here at Kurukshetra," continued Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "you dress like a royal prince, armed with dangerous weapons and surrounded by great warriors. But in Vrindavan you appeared like an ordinary cowherd boy, accompanied by your mischievous flute and decorated with forest flowers." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped his dancing and gestured to his lover. "I must confess that compared to the happiness we enjoyed in Vrindavan, not a drop of happiness exists in Kurukshetra." Lord Jagannath stopped his cart, his heart yearning for the supreme pleasure of Vraj. "Therefore come back to Vrindavan. Enjoy again the pastimes we once shared. If you do, my aspiration will be fulfilled." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's words inspired Lord Jagannath to return to Vrindavan. As the cart started for Gundicha, the roadside gardens enlivened him further. His heart yearned to don the robes of a cowherd. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood Lord Jagannath's desire for Vraj. To further increase that longing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted a verse spoken by the gopis at Kurukshetra, and explained its meaning in detail. Dear Lord, whose navel is just like a lotus flower, your lotus feet are the only shelter for those who have fallen into the deep well of material existence. Your feet are worshipped and meditated upon by great mystic yogis and highly learned philosophers. We wish that those lotus feet may also be awakened within our hearts, although we are only ordinary persons engaged in household affairs. Responding to those nectarian words, Lord Jagannath said, You asked me to place my feet in Vrindavan, but now you propose that I treat you like a yogi and place my lotus feet in your mind. How is that? Absorbed in the mood of Sri Radha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Most people consider the mind one with the heart, but because my mind is never separated from Vrindavan, I consider my mind one with Vrindavan. My mind is already Vrindavan, and since you like Vrindavan, please place your lotus feet there. I would deem that your full mercy. So as not to be misunderstood, Jagannath said humorously, And what will happen if I do not place my feet in your Vrindavan-like mind? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, O Lord of my life, kindly hear my true submission. My home is Vrindavan, and I wish to be with you there, but if I cannot, it will be very difficult for me to maintain my life. As his cart slowly rolled along, Lord Jagannath teased Radha. I send Uddhava to teach you how to remember me. Have you not practiced his teachings? If you have, then why should you leave your body? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somewhat cross at Sri Krishna's attitude, stopped dancing. As he addressed Lord Jagannath, among the devotees and others present, only Swarup Damodar could understand the transcendental nature of this exchange. To others it appeared like some sort of dramatic performance. Although Swarup Damodar Goswami did not reveal these secrets, by his mercy Rupa Goswami understood them. Later he distributed them to the world. My dear Krishna, when you were staying in Mathura, you sent Uddhava to teach me speculative knowledge and mystic yoga. Now you are speaking the same thing, but my mind does not accept it. There is no place in my mind for Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga. You know me very well, and yet you continue to instruct me in this way. To tell you the truth, you are wrong to do so. Lord Jagannath teased Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further, saying, Dhyana Yoga and Jnana Yoga are approved systems for focusing the mind on a desired goal. Why do you reject them? In the mood of Sri Radha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu argued the gopis' case. The milkmaids of Vrindavan were spontaneously attracted to Krishna. They did not need a mechanical system to focus their minds. Yogic practices were a distraction for them, for they were unable to divert their minds from Krishna, even if they desired to. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, I would like to withdraw my consciousness from you and engage it in material activities, but even though I try, I cannot. I am naturally inclined to you only. Therefore, the instruction to meditate on you is ludicrous. Please do not torture me like this. Considering the unfortunate situation of Radha's gopi friends, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed his right hand on his hip and said defiantly, The gopis are not like mystic yogis. They will never be satisfied by meditating upon your lotus feet. On the contrary, because your teachings on meditation are a kind of duplicity, they make the gopis even more. Appealing to Lord Jagannath's kind disposition, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concluded, The gopis have fallen into the great ocean of separation, and they are being devoured by the timangila fish of their ambition to serve you. O Nata, the gopis are your pure devotees. Please deliver them from their sorrow. They have no desire for liberation, for they are already liberated from the ocean of material existence. Lord Jagannath enjoyed the exchange with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He savored the attachment and criticism of the gopis more than the elaborate praises of nearby Vedic brahmanas. Because Radhika's purpose was to bring him back to Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu began his dance once again, trying to invoke Jagannath's natural compassion for the Brajavasis. It is amazing that you have forgotten the land of Vrindavan. How have you forgotten your father, mother, friends, Govardhan Hill, the bank of the Yamuna, and the place of the Rasa dance? Krishna, you are certainly a refined gentleman with all good qualities. You are well-behaved, soft-hearted, and merciful. I know that there is not the slightest tinge of fault in you. But how is it? How is it your mind does not remember the inhabitants of Vrindavan? How is that? Nata, I cannot understand at all. As he rolled down the main road, accompanied by the sound of gongs, drums, and cries of Jai, Jai, Lord Jagannath was oblivious to everything except Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's words. His heart began to melt, tears of love appeared in his eyes, and he felt unsteady even in the hands of the Daitas. Speechless, Jagannath listened to the son of Shachi. I do not care for my personal happiness, but when I see the morose face of your mother Yashoda, when I hear the pitiful cries of your Sakhas, and when I see the breaking hearts of the Vrajavasis, I wonder whether you want to kill them all. Perhaps you desire to increase their anxiety and then enliven them by a last-minute appearance? Oh, Krishna, only you know your plans. As for me, I cannot understand why you keep them alive in such a suffering state. Srimati Radharani's anxiety far exceeded that of the Vrajavasis. However, she did not express her personal unhappiness. Out of her natural compassion, she tried to invoke Sri Krishna's feelings for others. My dear Krishna, you are the life and soul of Vrindavan Dham. You are especially the life of Nanda Maharaj. You are the only opulence in the land of Vrindavan, and you are very merciful. Please, please come and let all the residents of Vrindavan live. Kindly place your lotus feet in Vrindavan once again. Sri Radha was successful. Hearing of their love for him, Lord Jagannath's mind and body became perturbed, and he thought himself eternally indebted to the Brajavasis. With a faltering voice, Lord Jagannath began to pacify Sri Radha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, saying, My dearest Srimati Radharani, please hear me. I am speaking the truth. Day and night I cry, simply remembering all of you, the inhabitants of Vrindavan. How unhappy I am, separated from you. No one knows. As his voice choked, Jagannath stopped his cart. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu listened emphatically, his hands folded to his chest. The inhabitants of Vrindavan Dham, my mother, father, cowherd boyfriends, and everything else, are like my life and soul. Among them, the gopis are my life and soul, and among the gopis, you are the very life of my life. Seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his beloved Radha, Lord Jagannath said, O Radhike, I am always subservient to the loving affairs of the Vrajavasis, but Vrajavasis, only you can fully control me. From you, and my residence in distant places have occurred due to fortune. To pacify her heart, Krishna explained that lovers. When a woman and man are separated from one another, they have no inclination to live. Still, they continue to live for each other's benefit. Loving couples know that if one of them hears of the other's death, he or she too will die. Therefore, they continue to live despite their misery. O Radha, O perfection of love, such a loving couple who live only for each other's welfare will certainly meet again. Lord Jagannath revealed the secrets of his heart and explained how he always prayed for her welfare. Radhe, I know that in my absence you cannot live. For that reason I constantly worship Lord Narayan so that he may sustain you. In that way you continue to live even though you have no desire to. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to hear more of Krishna's prayers to Narayan. Dancing very beautifully, he drew Jagannath's cart ever forward as Lord Jagannath continued. By Lord Narayan's merciful potency, I come every day to Vrindavan to enjoy pastimes with you. Having finished our enjoyment, I return again to Dwarka Dham. Sri Krishna revealed the wonderful secret of their meetings. To be overwhelmed by the force of her love, she was even while he was by her side. My dear Vrindavan, separated from me, your mind is always absorbed in our pastimes. While lamenting for the time we shall unite, you see me coming to you, nicely dressed, decorated with flowers, suitably ornamented. In this condition we share many loving exchanges, but you consider these to be only mental images. With heartfelt feeling, Krishna said, Dearest, believe me, it is not so. Such encounters are not your imagination. In reality, we are together, as we were in the days of our youth. Only the bewildering influence of your love makes you think otherwise. You do not see these things. Instead, you think them to be dreams. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to hear this revelation. His heart beat with ecstasy, and he danced with great feeling, relishing every word of Lord Jagannath as life-giving nectar. Our love has been blessed in this way by the grace of Lord Narayan. Thus I come to the kunjas of Vrindavan, unseen by others. Saki, Sri Krishna said sweetly, by Lord Narayan's grace, I shall return to Vrindavan very soon. Then I will be visible to everyone, my mother, father, sakhas, cows, everyone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Nata, come now. Do not waste 1 minute. Vrindavan is dying without you. Jagannath replied anxiously, yes, I am ready to come. I left Vrindavan to kill the demons that harass the Vrajavasis. Perhaps a few such misfits remain. Within a fortnight I shall also dispose of them and quickly return to Vrindavan. When I do, I shall enjoy both day and night with you and all the damsels of Vrajabhumi. While speaking, Lord Jagannath became very anxious to return to Vrindavan. He made his chariot roll faster, and the dietas pulling the rope felt it go slack. It appeared the Rath was moving by its own will. Radhika would have to be patient for a few more days. To give her encouragement, Lord Jagannath spoke the following verse to Radha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assuring her of his association. Jagannath said, Mayi bhaktir hi bhutanam amritatvaya kalpate dishtya yad asin mat sneho bhavati mad apanam is the only way to attain me. My dear Gopal is the only reason for my return. Verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. His heart was overjoyed and his beautiful face beamed. Dancing gracefully before Lord Jagannath, he thought, now I have gained... Dancing gracefully before Lord Jagannath, he thought, now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was withering away, being burned by Cupid. Lord Jagannath sat happily upon his throne, his lotus eyes wide open in ecstasy, a broad smile upon his reddish lips. Seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and feeling the movement of the Rath, he thought, now I am returning to Vrindavan. To the unqualified eye, Rath Yatra seemed to be merely a religious festival. However, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath, absorbed in the bliss of each other's company, they were truly returning to Vrindavan. Gaura was Sri Radhika, the heart of Vrindavan. Jagannath was Sri Krishna, the life of Vrindavan. And Vrindavan was the incomparable love that bound their hearts together. Thinking of the love of the Vrajavasis, Lord Jagannath felt he was eternally in their debt, a debt he could not liquidate even by offering his life and soul to the devotees. Simultaneously, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, absorbed in the bhav of Sri Radha, was distributing prema by his sankirtan, his teachings, his dancing, his ecstatic symptoms, and his followers. In this way, being non-different from Krishna, he liquidated the debt of Lord Jagannath many, many times over. All glories to Sachinandana, the son of Mother Shachi. All glories to Lord Vrindavan Chandra Jagannath, the beautiful moon of Vrindavan. Navasaki, is Gauranga not wonderful? Is he not the embodiment of love? Oh, can you feel how his heart is the heart of the gopis? Devi, quickly hold my hand. Oh, his love is so great. Hari, Hari, Gaura, Gaura. And that ends chapter 2. Gauranga Repays Everyone. Next chapter is chapter 3, Gaura in the mood of his devotees, which we will start tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you for listening.